So let's say you're trying to make a game asset like a weapon, some armor, maybe even a character, and you're using Zbrush, Substance Painter, and some 3D software. And when you import it into your 3D software, it might look something like this, or just weird, gross, bad, something's wrong. Basically what's happening is the UVs are flipped. And why is this happening? First off, this viewport that we're seeing in my Cinema4D client right now, I got this into Cinema4D using the GoZ function. So if you're in ZBrush here and you have a sculpt, you want to bring this into whatever software you use. There is a plugin that's built into a lot of these softwares called GoZ. Now if you hit this visible button right here next to the GoZ, it's going to spit everything out into that software that you have open and you set up for that plugin. Now I'm going to go over to Cinema4D really quick and basically delete all of that. We don't need that, and let's get rid of the materials as well. So when I hit the GoZ button, it's going to spit everything out into Cinema4D just like that. Awesome. But like I showed you earlier in the video, it should look more like this. And the reason why this is happening is when we use the GoZ function, it's going to flip the UVs and do some really weird things. So I'm going to take all of these materials here, and I'm going to Control C to copy them. And I'm going to go back to this other project and then paste them. I'm going to replace these materials really quick by selecting the top one and then holding Alt and mousing over and dragging over the desired material that I want to replace. So with all these materials replaced, we're back to where we started. Now, how did I even get this to work? Well, when I was in ZBrush, I went up to Z plugin and I docked this window and I exported this geometry, this weapon, using the FBX exporter. When I use the FBX exporter, it's gonna do some weird things to the UVs as well. So the way it looked in Substance Painter is exactly like it should. Now, the reason why I'm making this video is if you do want to use the workflow of GoZ, which actually does make things a little bit easier for scaling between all the different software, you will have to go through this next step. So let's say hypothetically you finish up your Substance Painter stuff, you have your weapon, your asset, and it's all good to go. You need to go in to your 3D software, and if you're using the GoZ function from ZBrush, you have to go into every single object from the ZBrush subtool. You're going to go up to your UV edit mode, and we can see here that I have this geometry selected. I'm going to select one that's a little bit more obvious to start. Let's say Petal 2. I'm going to select the UV map tag right here. Now I'm going to go up to my polygon mode, and I'm going to select all the polygons. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to my V right here. I'm going to copy this value, Control C, and then I'm going to hit 1 minus, and it's basically going to shift it down just a little bit. And then I'm going to go to the Y value of the size and set this to negative 100%. Hit enter, and now if we unselect that, we can see that our UV is exactly where it needs to be. So I'm going to do that really quick. And after just a couple minutes of swapping out those UVs, I have the result I was looking for. And the reason why this happened is because when I use the GoZ function, it flips the UVs, versus if I were to just take the FBX like so, and let's just bring this in to Cinema4D, drop it in, and now we have our object in Cinema4D. I'm going to go and take all those materials again, select all, copy, and paste. Then replace again, and we have the desired result that we wanted. So what I'm trying to say with this video is that while the GoZ function is super powerful, it does have a couple little hiccups that I know someone was going to run into doing this workflow of trying to get their stuff textured in Substance Painter and then also bring it into Cinema4D, Blender, or Maya. So I ran into this. It made me bang my head up against the wall for longer than I should have, and I figured it out. I wanted to share that, and I hope this video helps you make some cool stuff. If it does, let me know in the comment section down below. If you have questions, comments, concerns, comment section is down there for that as well. And I will leave you with a final tip, and that is to eat 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, and you'll make some gains. Goodbye, my friends. Bye.